Think about a moment from your childhood. Maybe you can see the place, you can hear someone's voice, you might even remember how you felt. But here's the strange part, that memory isn't sitting inside your brain like a video file. So, how does your brain create a memory? And where does that memory actually go? Every memory begins with information coming into your brain. You see something, you hear something, you smell something, you feel something. Your senses constantly send information to your nervous system, where specialized cells called neurons communicate using electrical and chemical signals. But simply experiencing something doesn't guarantee you'll remember it. Your brain first has to pay attention. Imagine you're walking through your childhood home. You see your family, you hear laughter, you smell food coming from the kitchen. Millions of pieces of information are reaching your brain, but your brain doesn't keep every single detail. Instead, important information is encoded, transformed into patterns of activity across networks of neurons. And one brain region becomes especially important here, the hippocampus. Located deep within the temporal lobe, the hippocampus helps your brain form and organize new memories, especially memories of events and facts. But the hippocampus doesn't work alone. The amygdala can add emotional significance to an experience. That's why an ordinary day from years ago might disappear from your memory, while one frightening, exciting, or deeply emotional moment can remain vivid. But how does information actually become a lasting memory? The answer lies partly in the connections between neurons. Neurons communicate at tiny junctions called synapses. When certain neural pathways are repeatedly activated, the connections between neurons can become stronger. This ability of the brain to change its connections is called neuroplasticity. In simple terms, experience can physically change the way your brain's networks function, and that's one of the foundations of learning and memory. But forming a memory isn't the end of the story. New memories can initially be fragile. Over time, a process called consolidation helps stabilize them, and sleep appears to play an important role. While you're sleeping, your brain remains active. Patterns related to recent experiences can be reactivated, helping newly learned information become more stable. So while you think you're doing nothing, your brain may be busy organizing what you experienced. But then comes one of the strangest things about memory. We forget. And forgetting isn't necessarily a failure. Some memories become harder to retrieve because their neural connections weaken. Other memories compete with newer information. Sometimes we simply didn't pay enough attention when the experience happened in the first place. Your brain isn't designed to preserve every detail of your life. It's constantly selecting, strengthening, modifying, and sometimes losing information. And here's where memory gets even stranger. Every time you remember something, the memory can potentially change. Human memory isn't a perfect recording. When you recall an experience, your brain reconstructs it from stored information. New details can become mixed with old ones. Information you've heard from other people can influence what you remember. And over time, you can become confident about details that never actually happened. So your memories aren't simply recordings of your past, they're living representations that your brain continually reconstructs. From the moment you experience something, your senses detect it. Your neurons communicate it. Your brain encodes it. The hippocampus helps organize new memories. Neural connections change. Sleep and consolidation help stabilize them. And every time you remember, your brain rebuilds part of the story. That's the incredible thing about human memory. You're not simply remembering your past. In a small way, your brain is recreating it.